It's 5 in 10 from Skywatch TV for Tuesday, October 3rd, 2023. I'm Derek Gilbert. Topic number 5 today. The new senator from California is not actually from California. Senator Dianne Feinstein, as you now know, passed away at the age of 90 last week. Before she died, California's Governor Gavin Newsom said he would fill any Senate vacancy representing the state of California with a black woman. Newsom following Joe Biden's model for the Supreme Court and his vice presidential pick by declaring that all that really matters when it comes to job considerations and qualifications is the color of your skin and your anatomy, with bonus points for an alternative lifestyle. So Sunday night, news broke that Governor Newsom was fulfilling his promise by nominating a black lesbian woman to become the new senator from California. LaFonza Butler, seen here with Kamala Harris, president of Emily's List, which is a pro-abortion political action committee. She was formerly the head of California's biggest labor union and also a senior advisor to Kamala Harris's very failed presidential campaign. So Newsom ticked a number of boxes here: woman of color, lesbian, labor leader, pro-abortion, anti-gun. In short, the perfect candidate to represent California. Except that she doesn't live in California and has not for the last 2 years. She relocated in 2021 to Silver Spring, Maryland, which is just outside the Beltway, Washington, D.C. She's registered to vote there, and apparently nobody inside the state of California qualified, according to Governor Newsom. Okay, she's a placeholder in the Senate, giving the Democrats another vote until a special election is held next year to replace Senator Feinstein. We'll see what happens then. But until then, Gavin Newsom gets to burnish his credentials with the liberal voters of the Democratic Party. Topic number 4, Damascus. Both parties do this kind of thing. This is not unique to the Democrats. The Israel Defense Forces reportedly struck a site west of Damascus after midnight on Sunday, targeting an Iranian weapons shipment on the way to Lebanon. This is according to news sites connected to the Syrian opposition, not confirmed by state media in Syria, and of course not confirmed by the Israel Defense Forces, who generally don't comment on things like this. The strikes targeted sites belonging to the Syrian army and pro-Iranian militia groups. This was at El Dimas, just west of Damascus. The weapons reportedly on their way to Hezbollah and other pro-Iranian militia groups inside Lebanon. Topic number 3, the climate lie. The co-founder of Greenpeace Canada told podcast host Dan Proft that climate alarmism is 100% untrue. Patrick Moore, quote, "They said it was the hottest year in the history of the Earth the other day, and it's not. That's just, period, a lie. The whole climate alarmism, climate catastrophe is 100% untrue. We are not in a climate crisis," end quote. Now, of course, this was a podcast, not corporate media. These voices typically are ignored by the corporate media. If you watch any network television these days, I'm sure you've noticed there is a particular message that is delivered when it comes to news about the climate. Anyway, Moore told Proft that there was nothing really radical happening with the climate and that it's essential to seek the truth and sort out what is true and what isn't. Moore, the co-founder of Greenpeace Canada, he's currently the director of the CO2 Coalition, which is a nonpartisan foundation that educates policy leaders and the public about the contributions, the positive contributions of carbon dioxide to our lives and the economy. Carbon dioxide, which you and I may know as plant food, is what plants breathe in. It is oxygen to plants, and in exchange, they give us oxygen, kind of an essential ingredient in the whole, circle of life. Of course, Greenpeace says that they've distanced themselves from Moore, said he was never really part of their organization. Topic number 2, another dangerous sugar substitute. You've probably heard the warnings about the dangerous health effects of aspartame, like memory and learning deficits in children. And earlier this summer, sucralose, the main ingredient in Splenda, which is now one of the leading sugar substitutes on the market. A study this summer linked sucralose to leaky gut and damage to DNA. Well, now another sugar substitute is in the crosshairs. It's erythritol, which is used to add bulk or sweeten things like stevia, monk fruit, and keto-reduced sugar products. This has been linked to blood clots, stroke, heart attack, and death. People with existing risk factors for heart disease, such as diabetes, were twice as likely to experience a heart attack or stroke if they had the highest levels of erythritol in their blood, according to this study. It was published back in February, so it's interesting it's taken 6 months for this news to reach the public. This was published in the journal Nature Medicine, a peer-reviewed journal. Additional lab and animal research presented in the paper found that erythritol appears to be causing blood platelets to clot more readily, which of course can break off, travel to the heart, causing a heart attack, to the brain, causing stroke, which, heart attacks and strokes have bad results, leading to possibly death. The bottom line is this: if you are suffering from the health effects of, obesity, as many of us Americans are, change your eating habits. Reduce your sugar intake. Don't substitute another chemical for the sugar so you can continue eating the stuff that you like. You need to retrain your body to like different stuff. If you've been watching this program since we started back in 2015, you'll know that I've lost about 40 pounds. Sharon has dropped over 120 pounds, and it's mainly through substituting protein for simple carbohydrates. But you've got to get past the sugar cravings first. And again, substituting chemicals for sugar is not the way to do it. We used to attend church in St. Louis with a scientist who worked at Monsanto back in the day. Asked him once about aspartame. He said, well, let me put it this way. He was being careful because he was being paid by Monsanto. Don't feed your family anything that comes from a laboratory. Good advice. Coming up, UFOs and demons. That's straight ahead on 5 and 10.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we want to make sure you know how you can get your copy of this incredible new book in the Before Genesis Master Collection. When you order the Before Genesis Master Collection from the skywatchtvstore.com, you'll receive the brand new book, Before Genesis, The Unauthorized History of Tohu, Bohu, and the Chaos Dragon in the Land Before Time by Dr. Thomas Horn and Donna Howell. In this phenomenal new work, you'll learn about the debate raging between the Old Earth and the Young Earth creationist groups, what the Earth was like during the without form and void era of Genesis 1-2, how ancient archaeological sites like Göbekli Tepe and the Doorway of the Serpent point to an intelligent race of beings on Earth alive before the time of Adam and under Lucifer's fallen influence. And for the first time ever, the conclusion to the events of Genesis that merges all contributing voices from not only the young and old creationist groups, but the scientific community as well, into one balanced and agreeable climax. But that's not all. You'll also receive the amazing DVD, What Lies Beneath, The Lost Secrets of the Watchers Below Göbekli Tepe, featuring archaeologist and author Dr. Aaron Judkins and best-selling author Derek Gilbert as they reveal Göbekli Tepe's historical use as a place of watchers worship, the evidence of a cult that venerated human skulls and reptilian creators, and the links between the god of Göbekli Tepe and the Bible. Also included in this must-have master collection are the digital, downloadable e-book versions of the Earth's earliest ages, Unearthing the Lost World of the Cloud Eaters, and the Apocrypha, including the Book of Enoch. These 3 masterpiece works will be available for download immediately when you place your order for the Before Genesis Master Collection and are being included in this offer absolutely free. All of these items hold a retail value of over $85. Yours now for your donation of only $35 plus shipping and handling. So don't delay. You can scan the QR code on your screen using the camera app on your phone for instant access to this special opportunity. You can also visit us at skywatchtvstore.com or call 1-844-750-4985 and ask for the Before Genesis Master Collection right now.
Item number 1 today, UFOs, or UAPs as all the cool kids call them these days, and demons. A leading UFO researcher, Ron James, says that senior figures inside the U.S. government are afraid that aliens are in fact demons. Well, that may not surprise you if you're a longtime watcher of Skywatch TV or any of the work that Sharon and I have been doing on the web since 2005. Demons, fallen angels, what have you. There is a supernatural, a biblical analysis that can be applied to the UFO phenomenon. Ron James is Director of Media Relations for MUFON, the Mutual UFO Network, interviewed in the Daily Star in the UK. That's one of their red top tabloids there. James claims there's a very large contingent of people within the Pentagon who opposed the work of the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, or ATIP, because they think that UAPs reported by U.S. military sources are piloted by creatures from hell. This was the subject of a book some years back. Nick Redfern, author of the book Final Events, who actually interviewed friends of ours like the late Dr. Michael Heiser, Guy Malone, who organized the Ancient of Days Bible UFO conferences in Roswell, New Mexico, Joe Jordan, head of the CE4 research group, Close Encounters of the Fourth Kind research group, who deal with the experiencer or abductee phenomenon and the spiritual nature thereof. Anyway, James is citing Luis Elizondo, who's on record as claiming to be the boss of ATIP, who says that this is a belief inside the Pentagon. They see it as a supernatural thing. And of course, the Daily Star and its readers are likely to dismiss this or laugh it away. The thing is, there was no ATIP. Some great reporting by New York Post and journalist Stephen Greenstreet, who's been reporting for several years now that that ATIP was actually the Advanced Aerospace Weapons Systems Application Program, or OSAP. OSAP. Harry Reid, the former senator from Nevada, in trying to save the program once the Pentagon found out that the millions of dollars they were spending on this, tens of millions, were going to research things like shapeshifters at Skinwalker Ranch, wanted to kill the program. And Reid said, no, let's rename it. Let's call it ATIP. There never was an ATIP. And yes, there is a biblical explanation for the UFO UAP phenomenon. We encourage you to look into the work of men like Joe Jordan, L.A. Marzulli, and the late Dr. Michael Heiser. During the month of October, our thank you for your donation of any amount here at Skywatch TV is the book Ebenezer. This is a fictional account by our good friend Donna Howell, co-host of the program Simply His from Skywatch TV, who continues the story of Ebenezer Scrooge after Christmas Day. How did the events that led up to his radical change on Christmas morning affect the rest of his life? We'll send you a copy of this wonderful story for your donation of any amount during the month of October if you're in the U.S. or Canada. For more, you can find out more about this at our website, skywatchtv.com. Just look for the red donate button. You can follow the link at skywatchtvstore.com or call us toll-free 844-750-4985, and we thank you for your prayers and your support. This week in Skywatch TV, we talk about time. I was part of the panel for the 6-week discussion on Earth's earliest ages, what happened before Genesis, or at least before Genesis 1, verse 2. Time is not a constant, and therefore young Earth, old Earth might both be correct. It's kind of mind-bending, but you can check out the program this week on Skywatch TV. Our broadcast schedule for the over-the-air program, skywatchtv.com/channels. You can find out when and where to watch there. You can watch it right now at the website, skywatchtv.com. Of course, if you've got Roku or Apple TV, make sure you've got the Skywatch TV channel because our programs are always there. Or you can go to YouTube. We've got a YouTube channel for the main program. It's at Skywatch TV now. Or rumble.com/SkywatchTV. All of our video content is there. But better yet, make sure we're never canceled by getting the free Skywatch TV app. Add that to your smartphone or tablet. It is our app. We will not be canceled from our app. All of our video content is there, plus many other features, an audio Bible, calendar of upcoming events, and much more in the palm of your hand, whether you're carrying an iOS, Android, or Amazon Kindle Fire phone or tablet. We have links to all of their app stores at our website to make it easy. SkywatchTV.com. Look for the link in the top menu bar. And thank you for watching. As we keep watch, I'm Derek Gilbert, and this is 5 in 10 from Skywatch TV.